A man walked into the airport carrying a bag of firearms. Miraculously, he passed through security without a hitch, even though the security officer clearly saw what was inside the bag on the monitor but chose to ignore it. Fortunately, the ticket agent stopped the man because the plane had just passed the boarding time. The man hurriedly explained that this flight was extremely important to him. Matt, a top-tier VIP member of the airline, witnessed this scene. Being the gentleman he was, he helped the man out by convincing the ticket agent to let the man through as a favor. Little did Matt know that his well-intentioned action would lead to a terrifying crisis for the 200 passengers on the plane. However, before the hijackers could begin their operation, a little girl noticed something unusual. She accidentally found a bullet in the restroom, which implied that there might be firearms on the plane. They quickly called for the teacher and informed him about the situation. The teacher stated that this matter must be reported to the captain immediately. He promptly got up to report to the captain, but strangely, upon arriving at the first-class cabin, he handed the bullet to a man there and reported the situation to him. It turned out that the teacher was also one of the hijackers. The hijackers decided to start their operation ahead of schedule. In an instant, all the hijackers simultaneously drew their handguns, immediately taking control of all the passengers. This group of hijackers was extremely professional. They demanded that all passengers remain silent and confiscated their phones and communication devices. Under the hijackers' threats, the captain had no choice but to open the door to the cockpit. Now the hijackers had complete control of the situation. However, they could never have imagined that there was a top-notch negotiation expert, Matt, on this flight. He stood up and voluntarily approached the leader of the hijackers, but only to hand over his phone. The leader was utterly shocked by his action. Matt immediately stated his true purpose, saying that there would certainly be people on the plane who would resist, and he didn't want those who resisted to lose their lives. As a top negotiation expert, he could use professional techniques to help the hijackers better control the hostages. As soon as he finished speaking, 2 passengers in the first-class cabin launched a sneak attack on the hijackers, causing a handgun to drop and accidentally fire a bullet. Matt noticed the fallen handgun, picked it up, and aimed it at the head of the hijackers' leader. However, he handed the gun to the hijackers, which earned him their trust. The first idea Matt gave the hijackers was to remove the captain from the cockpit because modern planes are autopiloted, and the captain is only responsible for takeoff and landing. If the captain remained in the pilot's seat, he might secretly do something to interfere. The leader immediately followed Matt's suggestion and took the captain to the first-class cabin. Unbeknownst to them, this was actually Matt's true intention. On the first-class cabin display, there was a pirate minigame. By inviting other passengers to play together, they could communicate smoothly within the game. The first thing Matt did was send a game invitation to the captain. Do you think they will ultimately succeed in escaping the hijackers' control? This is a scene from the TV series 7 Hours on a Plane.